And happy New Year's Eve. Every New Year's Eve, I reflect back on something I did. It seems like a bazillion years ago, but I still remember it with great clarity. And it's just something that I want to share with you. What I did was crazy, but I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did. And as we come upon a new year, this is an easy thing to get caught up with and to do. And so I remember it because I was sitting right here at this computer in this spot. And like I said, this had to be probably 10, 12, 15 years ago. I don't even know. I was sitting here. Kent was laying on the couch to my left and sick. We didn't do anything, which that's not quite unusual, but we actually did do things when we were a little bit younger, some, but nevertheless, he was sick. We were home, and I was surfing the internet. And so, as you can imagine, I was surfing the internet for ways to lose weight because surely that was going to be the year that I would get that flat stomach that my life's calling was all about, to lose that weight. So I was surfing the internet and looking for, of course, natural pills and products and things that would help me. And so I found something. I don't even know what it was, but I found some pills and I purchased them online. And so, yay, that was going to be the year. Those were going to come. They were going to magically make my stomach flat, and all was going to be good in the world. Um, but the thing is, I did that. And the next day, I got a call from my credit card company. And they proceeded to tell me that they saw some strange activity on my credit card the night before. And so I had to confess that apparently I was spammed or whatever from this company. So I had actually bought this thing. I believed what they were selling. And my credit card company realized before I did, realized in spite of what I was doing, that this was a scam. And I'm like, I found it on the internet. It was a website. It was telling me that if I take it, this natural stuff is going to help me to lose weight. And so the thing is, how embarrassing for one, because my credit card, there have been a few times when I've actually legitimately, had some charges on there that were not accurate. Just recently, actually, of all times, it happened on Thanksgiving, so I didn't have my credit card for Good Friday. But anyway, the thing is, the Target card people realized this was a scam, but I was so consumed with finding that next thing and looking for that next thing, and I just wanted to lose weight, that I bought this stuff on the internet that I had no idea about it. And I mean, I don't have time to go into all of the money that I've spent on things, from pills and programs and detoxes and body wraps and hot pants and whatever it was. If it would, tell me or promise me that I was going to lose a little bit of weight, or especially my stomach, if it was going to get rid of that, then I would buy it. And so I am just here to share my mistake with you, that if you are struggling right now, if you are thinking, I need to do something different in 2021. I want to get healthy, or I want, I need to lose weight, or whatever that thing is that you're trying to do. Because I know that so many people, one of the things on the top of the list at the new year is, how am I going to get healthy? Start an exercise program, or I've got to eat better, or all of those things. And there are legitimate things that we want to do to maybe improve our health and our wellness. I'm never going to tell you not to do things that are going to improve that. I help women do that. I help women in membership community, and I help them with one-on-one coaching to do those kinds of things. But all I'm asking is that you make sure that what you're doing, the things that you do invest in, because it is important when we invest in something, when we want to change something, when we invest either some time or, a little bit of money for, for some coaching and accountability, those kinds of things. But make sure that it is something that takes you into consideration and takes it into consideration your unique body. And it starts from a point where, helping you see and taking you back to how God created you to be. Because before and until and unless we see that He loves us just the way we are, He loves you just the way you are, and that we come at our health and our wellness from a standpoint of building that on a foundation of faith and simply honoring our body the way that He created us to be. And the thing is, only you can figure that out. And yes, that you can find some help with different people. I help women do that to figure it out, but it's got to be your unique body, and it's got to come from a motivation that you want to embrace that person that He's created you to be, and you want to find that freedom to do the things that He's called you to do. And I know from experience that when you're distracted because you don't feel well, maybe you're just unhealthy, or you don't have a good relationship with your body or with food or things like that, it's hard for us to show up to be the women that God's called us to be. So do that from that standpoint and from that motivation to get healthy, to do those things, but do it in a way, or if you are going to invest, if you are going to commit to something, make sure that it is something that takes that integrated approach, that combines your faith and your fitness and sees you in a unique way. Not some pills that were supposed to come from Timbuktu. I don't even know where they were coming. They never did show up. So clearly I had been scammed, and thankfully my Target card was smarter than I was. But gosh, how humiliating when the person called me in and said, they saw this, activity on my card, and I had to admit that it was me. So what a loser they probably thought I was. But anyway, don't spend your New Year's Eve, this last day of 2020, searching for some random product or program. Don't let somebody sell you something that is a one size fits all thing. Get in the Bible, start there and find that verse and find what God says about you, and then how can you commit that to Him. One way is even choosing a word and a verse for the year, and allowing that to drive and motivate, rather than, listing, a dozen New Year's resolution or goals that you may forget in the next month or so. So have a great New Year's Eve. Have a happy New Year's Day, and cheers to 2021. I just want you to just be able to live freely, to live confidently in the body that God's given you, so that you can do all that He has created you to do. So have a great day. Thanks for being here. Share this out if you think that maybe a friend of yours needs to hear this. Show it as a way that you're committing not to get on there and scroll for the next greatest and latest promise that, is just empty promises. But just spend some time and commit it to you, and to looking inward first. And when we do that, then those changes will start coming on the outside. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you next year.